from correcting others to correcting oneself is 28th remedy, crabapple. Dr. Batch has been resonating with this next flower in a greater sense. His body become very complicated, fully covered with rashes, and he has fallen down, ulcers all over the body, failing eyesight, bleeding bowels, and he becomes very sensitive. The person's disease or the mentality who is coming after 2 days, the symptoms as created now. From correcting others to correcting oneself is 28th remedy, crabapple. Dr. Batch has been resonating with this next flower in a greater sense. His body become very complicated, fully covered with rashes, and he has fallen down, ulcers all over the body, failing eyesight, bleeding bowels, and he becomes very sensitive. The person's disease or the mentality who is coming after 2 days, the symptoms as created now for Dr. Batch. He has become obsessively sensitive. The sensitive is the sensitivity has become so deep that he has found the disease of the person who is coming next day in his body, and he have found a crabapple, everything treated well. From judgmenting others to uh, maintaining the self. The crabapple is called the cleansing flower. Beautiful flower it is. Very beautiful. Love yourself. The flower, the crabapple is, the message of crabapple is love yourself. Beach is telling you are orderly. The whole universe is in order. Everybody has their own perfections and imperfections. Is the beach message. Crabapple is soon after knowing. See the greatest thing. You become powerful. You become orderly, and when you become powerful and become orderly, you love yourself. There is no up and down. So we have a tendency that the head is good and the bottom and the genitals are bad. We see our body as whole. The cleansing flower, compulsive order of cleanliness. My body is unclean, the mind is unclean, the soul is unclean, the emotions are unclean, the surroundings are unclean. This is the unorderliness, the compulsive order to inner order. It is a remedy of cleansing. See, the symptoms has been created, and he become totally metaphysical. He is open to even non-physical entities, soul entities also, and now he is correcting himself and becoming a kind of whole personality without any impurity in himself. The fundamental question is uh, the fundamental question asking whether you are the fundamental question, that is, you are born out of sex, you are impure. That is why many cultures, they tell that gods are not born out of sexual connection. See, there is a point in it. People are piercing at a kind of idea that sex is impure. There is a fundamental cleansing. So you see that the body itself is impure. The fundamental problem. From that, Batch is cleansing himself and becoming pure. I am born out of women and men. I am born out of a woman and a man, and I'm pure soon after my birth, and I am always pure. So the thing is, something is wrong. Something is wrong within myself. Something superficially wrong. My body size is not good. I'm not happy with my body. I'm not happy with my eyes. I'm not happy with my way of looking. I'm not happy with my language. There is a fixation. There is a structure. I am fixated with something which is bothering me, haunting me, making me impatient, a kind of intolerant attitude towards me that something is unclean. Pure. Apple is connected with purity, knowledge, and also rebelliousness. So, Paradise Lost or the Adam and Apple ate the Adam and Eve ate the apple in the paradise and they got knowledge. It is connected with knowledge. When self knowledge is there, there is no uncleanliness in our life. There is no duality. There is no depression. There is no compulsive disorder. There is an obsessive compulsive disorder of towards the cleanliness. It is they see the smallest details and equate progress with some obsession. See, the equate progression. If you want to progress, you don't need any obsession like that. Some poison within me which has to be taken out. The primordial poison. See, it is a remedy which helps us to get rid of anything we do not like, either in our minds or bodies. Sensation as if food like a cog, false sensation, unrealistic fat. Very important points I'm telling. It is the remedy which helps us to get rid of anything we do not like, either in our minds or bodies. If you don't like anything in our body or mind, corruptive thinking, poisonous thinking, poison in the body, physical poison. If you want to get rid of it, it is of good nature. This is the only remedy. Dr. Max is cutting his patent that it is given for physical ailments and also it is used as an allopathic treatment. That is physical problems also you can use. Very important point. And sensation as if, very important it is. You're going to a dead cemetery or going across a funeral area, you feel that as if you are dead. You feel that the body, the leg is like a rock. You feel that you are frozen. A kind of false sensation is there. Unrealistic fad. You are always going and thinking that he is high. He is my guru. He is my politician. He is my hero. He is going to give salvation. You want to be purified. If you want to be purified, crabapple is of a greater resort. People, mostly the newly married women who soon after getting a baby, they don't breastfeed. Breastfeeding is not breast milk is not given to the kid. They feel that infant breastfeeding is not given to the infant because she feels that because of breastfeeding I will lose my beauty. Or another thing is it is a kind of I don't touch the saliva or things like that of the infant. So that is the major thing. As above, so below. There is no such thing called uncleanness in our body. Everything is a process. It is a cleansing process. You are going you are urinating or defecating or the mucus coming out of your nose or ears or saliva coming out of your mouth. Everything is natural. There is no such thing called uncleanliness in our body. Then the search for perfection and purity, the remedy of perfectionist, and these persons, these are the personalities. This is the remedy of cleansing for those who feel that they had something not quite clean about themselves. Often it is something of apparent little importance. In others, there may be more serious disease which is almost disregarded compared to the one thing on which they concentrate in both that they are at anxious to be free from the particular thing which is greater in their mind and which seems to be essential them that it should be cured. The other important thing is, a woman who has cleaned the house, the child is coming from the from the rain and entering to the room with soiled shoes. She is concentrating on the soiled shoes rather than the cold will be affecting of the child. That is the thing. See the thing, see the story, very important. The soiled shoes, the soiled room is very important than the cold or affection, the fever affected by the affection or affectation of the disease of the child. Their their uh, their anxiety is super, uh, the surface level. Their anxiety is in surface level, and also they are not carrying the superficial anxiety they have. The real problem, see, a person who is full of rashes all over the body, but now he is concentrating only the dot in their face, single dot. So everything needs to be flawless, even if the screen is not properly hanged, or the wallpaper which is zigzag in one area. They are very anxious. They're very obsessed with uh, the wholeness. They are not a flaw. It is actually flaw. So they are perfectionist. They confuse themselves, they burden themselves. Very important point is the personal purity is needed, but they confuse themselves with the purity, and they burden themselves with the obsession. They are very sad people, desperate and extreme case self disgust. What is happening? Again, the alienation. I don't want to mingle with that people. I don't want to use the spoon they have used. I don't want to use the seat they have used. Even they clean the seats, they won't travel. So they see everything in a magnifying glass. Small thing, small dot will be there, and they will see in a magnifying glass bigger thing, like wrong perspective they have. The higher perspective, they are very subtle, sensitive. Go deeper into the subtler level, they pull everything to the core. Even they pull the other entities also. So house, they want to be clean. Women, they want the house to be clean. They want healthy food. Bacteria infections attachment, they even the clothes, they will be cleaning like a surgical procedure. the the vessels, like a surgical procedure, putting into the hot water, lime water, salt water, ordinary water, turmeric water and everything, and cleaning several times the house and washing the hands several times. These people are like vacuum cleaners. The spiritual yoga teachers who have been affected by many techniques, they need this remedy. Disharmony, internal imbalance, crab apple. It is while during fasting and hangovers, crab apple will be our greater help. Disruption during chemo or anesthesia or antibiotics, you can use it. Even the excretion, dirtiness, foul smell of the excretion, they will be bothered about the stickiness of urine or anything which is sticky. But the mind will be wearing due to apathy of cleanliness or things like that. Sticky substance, all the body functions are good. They also feel that they are unclean, uncomfortable. They are obsessed with their body, cleanliness. Cleanliness of all levels: body, mind, emotional, spiritual, surroundings. Crab apple can be used, and you can spray all over your area when there is so much of dungeon or unused things which is not moving from your place, where the doors you are not using the house for a longer period, you can spray that. And even oral use, you can use it. And during a bath, you can put 6 or 5 or 8 drops, and you can take bath once in a while for a week, or once in a week you can spray all over your house, and also to the next house and surroundings, and to the open air, or in the roof also. These people are too much self-centered. One's own self is over dealt with. Very beautiful point. One's own self is overly dealt with. You are very conscious of your body cleanliness, and you are obsessed when there is no cleanliness in your body and also outside of yourself. There is inner guilt of uncleanliness. It is the way you look about the hair graying, pimples, the scars, the patches, and everything. You can use it. Being true to oneself can bring us into conflict with the prevailing society more. Very, very important point. When you are truthful with yourself, you will get problems in the society, because the society is not so, it is unclean. The message of crab apple is that if you find there is a disruption when you are truthful in the society, I'm repeating again, if you are true, if when the when if you are true the society, when because of your truthness the society is against you, means take crab apple, you will not get disturbance from other people. Very, very important point. You will be very truthful in your work. While doing it, the management or the government will be opposing you. That time you take crab apple, you will be settled of all the disputes. Dr. Batch is telling that being a cleanser, this remedy purifies the wounds of the patients, has reasons to believe that some poison has been entered, which must be drawn out. So there is a, if there is a wound which is not healing for a longer period, you feel that you are stuffed. Very important it is. Many might have sensed it today that you have been stuffed with the body. Something has been stuffed in you, maybe from the from last night up to the crab apples starting, you would have found that this is your body and you have been stuffed with many things. And after the close of this class, you will be getting relieved of that. You focus what you want. Actually, in crab apple, you focus what you want. It is the leveler. It levels everything. If there is an infection, it's if there is invading quality, some foreign entity of the body, see, infected, invaded, or some foreign entity has been taking over the body and correcting the normal progress of living. See, very important point it is. If you feel that some intervention is there in your body, a poisonous or energy intervention, or invading of energy, or some foreign entity, a kind of black magic, or another soul, or intervention of thought process, which is corrupting your progress or normal daily routine. Very, very important point I'm telling. You have to take a crab apple for a longer period. Invasion, invading, intrusion, attachments of any foreign elements, or evil eyes or black magics, it will cut off. When it is disrupting your now day-to-day life. Batch is very much obsessed with the cleansing process, because of he has created the intestinal cleanliness, no sorts, and he is always thinking about the thing, uh, the openness of cancer. When the cancer cells are very open and the body is, if for instance when there is a breast cancer or the ovarian cancer, if that is open, which is not closing, you scrap up. Behave very differently, these personalities behave very differently. Like aspen we will not be telling anything about it, but these persons very differently they will behave. They expect some behavior uncleanness from others, controlled by small incidents. These people are controlled by small incidents. About the crab apple tree, very important tree. Everything is very important. 38 are very very mystical, magical, mythological, and also magnificent remedies. All are every way it is actually batches boon to us. This batch is boon to us. It is a universe boon to us. It is a gift from the universe that 38 magical remedies all over the world are collected in a nutshell. It is given as a program or pattern. Malus pomila is the Latin uh, name. It is a hedge grows very light pink inside and dark pink outside. Very very beautiful flower. It is very captivating. It grows in clusters, half a dozen. Golden heart, that is the tentacles are golden. Small tree, green color apple, bitter taste, crooked trunk, head very dense, interacting branches, shallow roots, like big shallow roots. They have a superficial cleanliness, that is blow away by wind or pulled away by water very easily. Furrowed bark, irregular, wrinkled, erratic energy, irregular energy. You see a person who is seeing the uncleanliness, he will behave very irritantly, irregularly. They will move very closer and they will be hiding away to the proper places and things like that. The bark will be full of leeches, moss covered. It is like sticky, fully sticky. When you see crab apple, you will feel that total uncleanliness will be there, fully moistured with bacteria, viral, and things like that. Parasites, like cancer, it will be somewhere. It is oozing. It is resembles like batch cancer also. Green, sharp taste fruit. Apple is healthy for cleansing and purity, knowledge. Five petal flower it is. It indicates the time and eternity. It grows during it flowers during April and May. Uh, it has a longer flower period. The bark is garland and twisted. It has crabbed appearance. Crabbed appearance means it is twisted appearance. Because of that, it is called crab apple. It cleanses the water, and it is a cleansing remedy also. And now, now it is crab apples time. Note it down. Universe cleanses the earth now. So much of impurity, so much of these people are very moralistic. They stick to the moral standards. Just these people are very just, the fairness. So universe started cleansing the earth by cleansing the negative energies, negative thought patterns by the way of war, rain, tsunami, earthquake, comets arriving. Today it has started, comet has started appearing in the skies of the skies you can see but through your naked eyes. So the process of cleansing has started long back, and now it is going to be at the peak for about 1 or 2 years. So it is a natural balanced flower. Crab apple is naturally balancing flower. It balances your every system. It is cleansing and restoration. True evolution than static. True evolution and static perception. Thought control and see everything in proper proportion. Cleanliness. and uncleanliness are same. Encouragement and contentment, emblem of immortality, small problem in proper perspective. Everything you see in a proper perspective, purity, holy, sensibility, and everything you see in as a whole. You see, if there is a kind of imbalance of purity or cleanliness in your family or in your house, it creates a disease. And if there is a problem in a society, it becomes a greater conflict or civil war. If you are making the whole world imbalance, the crab apple's tendency of universe is that it balances everything, it cleanses everything. The cleansing process has started. The things which is happening in the Gulf area or in Iraq, Iran, or Israel, or in Russia, or the floods all over Wayanad, or the coming floods of the other area, the volcanic eruption, everything is crab apple. A balance, a cleansing attitude. Moreover, very, very, very important point. If a person who is very spiritual oriented for longer period, who has studied a lot of techniques, books, the ways of reaching the spirituality, the techniques which is involved in the mind, it has got its own uncleanliness and blockage of energy. If you are being with great many gurus, or going to many jiva samadhis, or going to many temples, mosques, and churches, you will indirectly or directly will be connected with some entities or negative energies there, which is there outside or inside and everything. Even the patterning of the gurus, the patterns given by gurus or structures of guru, or a corruption of yourself. Every structure, every pattern, everything which is coming out of your own self is unique. So if you are being with the same person for a longer period, if you are having a multiple partners, if you are having multiple wrong habits, if you could not control it, you are obsessive with many gurus, if you are having a kind of techniques which is obsessing, uncontrollably controlling, these techniques will control you. The yogic practice, you take that remedy, crab apple, for a longer period, you will detach yourself, you will cleanse your aura, you will cleanse your subconscious mind, you will cleanse your thought patterns. The impurity, the starting impurity, see, beach, the starting a kind of intolerance happening in the primordial state is the shivering, the movement, quivering movement. Then comes the thought. Thought itself is impure. That's why the total samadhi is equivalent to that space, the vacuumness. No more, no mind state, no thoughtless awareness is crab apple. See, thoughtless awareness, thoughtlessness is there, and you become aware of the thoughtlessness, and all the techniques, all the teachings, all the books, all the rules and regulations dissolves and breaks away, and you become pure. The techniques, the rules, the books, the understanding, the way you study, and you are thinking that this is great and that is great, flower remedy is great, and that technique is great, the book is great. These are all impurities of your thought. Nothing is great, nothing is low. That is the message of crab apple. It will cleanse the whole process of a it is a spiritual vacuum cleaner. The mantras you have been using, the rituals you have been using, the superstitious beliefs you have been having, everything will be cleansed, and you will be very, very calm, and you will be in the state of awakening state without any thought. The thought itself is We have a greater benefit of thought. Still, as the restlessness of the cosmos is beach, the thought is a poison for the cosmos. Any thought, the thought about you, the thought about other, a thought surrounding you, everything is unclean. That is why we call in Indian languages Purna, that is complete in itself. Truth is self-evident. That is, the truth is the most pure thing in the universe. You can equate truth to crabapple. Beach is orderly. Truth is beach and the crabapple. So anything which is unwanted, any thought pattern which is long, which is there for a longer period, anybody who wants to control you or you wants to take revenge, it becomes a poisonous thought pattern. When you take crab apple, that poison thought pattern will break and they will not disturb you. In reverse, if you want others to suffer, if you want to take revenge on others, it is a poisonous thing, it will disturb you. It is also a wrong thought pattern. Cleanliness, a crab apple will do. Crab apple will do and cleanse you. If you think that I am the only person who can help others, that is also wrong. You have come to know the truth, which is self-evident. The truth is self in you, and you have to know that. And the instant, the moment you know the truth, everything unclean will disappear. There is no word called uncleanliness or cleanliness when you are aware of your truth. And you find that everything is pure, serene, and holy, sacred. The sacredness, the purity, the pristine beauty is crab apple.